Hi everybody. I'm just checking in to show you a bunch of these drawings, a bunch of the stuff that we've been working on this year in class, and stuff that maybe you that might catch your interest. Maybe you would want to draw it, because this stuff is not on my YouTube channel as of yet, as far as a tutorial goes. So during the holidays, we did some of these cute little mugs with little candy cane. We talked about steam and how steam forms and different ways to draw steam, different designs for mugs, different backgrounds. We also talked about, during this drawing, not putting your the table that you're drawing a still life on, not putting your object directly on the line. That's the table. Always put your table line or shelf or whatever is the object is sitting on, put it back behind here, put it up above the bottom of your object, so it really, looks a lot more like it's sitting on a table or a shelf rather than sitting on a piece of wire or sitting on the very edge of something like that. Okay, we talked about drawing trees this year. Even my kindergartners drew trees like this. We talked about drawing them a little bit more realistically than just the two lines with the big circle at the top. We talked about using different colors in our drawings to make the drawings look more interesting and make them look and have more depth to the drawing. We talked about using shadows in some of our drawings. We talked about making the far side of an object shaded a little bit darker than from where our light source was coming from. And we talked about different ways to do the grass and make it look like the ground, things like that. We had fun with that one. We did a little baby Frankenstein kind of character. We had different colors of hair and different colors of outfits and stuff like that, but we talked about symmetry and how both sides of, when you draw a person or a character like this, how both sides can be pretty much exactly the same on both sides, meaning that it has symmetry or it's symmetrical, but then our little hair design wasn't symmetrical at the very top. And of course, you guys know who this is. Okay, my favorite SpongeBob character, our friend Gary. I don't have this on a tutorial yet, but I can definitely do a tutorial for you guys for drawing Gary if you want me to. And here's my second favorite SpongeBob character, Mr. Krabs. This is a little bit more advanced drawing, but of course I can show you guys how to draw this on a tutorial if you want to. We've got our basic egg shape there. See that egg shape? And then we've just got a couple of ovals, couple more ovals there, kind of shapes, some triangles, triangle, triangle, triangle. Everything starts with basic shapes. Okay, don't forget that. So we can draw that if you guys want to. Drop a comment in the comments below if you want to do that kind of thing. A lot of you will remember our zombie tacos that we did right before Halloween time. We put brains in there. We've got some lettuce or whatever you want to, that could have been slime. We got an ear. We've got some eyeballs. We got some bones. We got some worms. We learned how to draw something sticking up out of an object like that. We had our little line there. We learned how to draw an eyeball with our iris color, and so we talked about parts of the eyeball even back then. We learned how to draw our taco shell so that it looked like it was going back here behind our ingredients, and see there's another part of the shell right there. So we had a lot of fun with that one. Our monster tutorial, where we used shapes, found objects to trace around for circles, different colors of hair and backgrounds and horns and different colors of eyes and all kinds of crazy things. We talked about color. This one we talked about cool colors and then warm colors and all kinds of stuff. We had a lot of fun with that one too. Everybody will probably remember our Baby Yoda drawings when the Mandalorian came out this year. Everybody kind of lost their minds over it, and you guys know that I'm a Star Wars fan, so of course we had to draw a Baby Yoda and talk about shapes and backgrounds and different ways to depict characters that we see in movies and on TV and stuff. We went through a lot of different Fortnite character drawings. We drew a bunch of these. A lot of you might have taken the drawing, borrowed it from me for yourself and just gone and drawn it on your own, and I'm really proud of you guys for doing that. I love it when you guys ask me for something that I've drawn and just go and make it your own or go and try to draw it yourself. I think it's really great that you guys do that. A Magikarp from Pokemon, one of the Pokemon characters. There's another Fortnite character, Flopper the fish. We talked about shading and we talked about general shapes and basically the coloring of this, making it look a lot better, shading the eyes to make those look a little bit more 3D than just circles on a piece of paper. More Fortnite characters that we've been drawing. Ripley was one of the favorites of all the classes. They loved drawing this character, and got a Skull Trooper. I know a lot of you guys asked me for that one. Most of the kids love the Ninja logo, and we talked about turning drawings into logos or creating logos for companies, and we talked about branding, and we talked about using colors together to make drawings more noticeable and simplifying drawings into a logo form so that people will remember that logo. We talked about famous brands where the instant you see that particular logo for that brand, you go, oh, that's so-and-so company. Oh, yeah, I know that company. Oh, I have their shoes. I have their clothes. Whatever. We talked about marketing and creating logos for certain brands, and that they have to be memorable because you want people to remember your brand. Another Fortnite character, of course, Mr. Drift, and then we also talked about making a close-up type of logo for that character as well. We did a little bit of pastel drawing. We're going to do a bunch more pastel drawing if we get to come back to school anytime soon, because it's crazy here without you guys, but I hope you're doing okay at home. For that drawing, we talked about using different colors, like even purple in there, to create more interest in our pastel drawings. And last but not least, everybody had fun with the castle drawing, starting out with simple shapes, simple lines, triangles, and making these look like upside down ice cream cones, and more upside down ice cream cones there, making our buildings look rounded by using curved lines instead of straight lines that go across, adding small details like our flags and bats and our bricks and our stone around our gate, adding small details too, like the lines and the wooden gate and the wooden bridge and our moss growing along our moat here, little things like that. We had a really good time with this drawing. Everybody was really into the castle artwork, so thank you guys for paying attention during that one and being so willing to take on drawings like this. a lot of you, I know, you come into class and you look at the drawing, because I always have the example up, and you go, I hear people saying, I can't do that, that's too hard, that's too complicated. But then you sit down and you go, I show you step by step, and you try it, and then you realize you can do it. So don't forget that. Don't forget that in life, if you see something or you think something's just, it's just going to be too hard to accomplish, remember, back in art class, if you go step by step and you can see it right in front of you, you know what your goal is, guess what? You can do it. It's not going to be as hard as it looks. Don't talk yourself out of doing something or trying something that could turn out really fun or really spectacular or really something that you'll remember doing for the rest of your life and thinking, yeah, I did that. I did that all by myself. Okay? So thank you for going through this little stack of drawings with me. If, like I said, if you see anything in here that you want to have a tutorial for on YouTube, drop a comment below, let me know. And thank you guys. I will see all of you hopefully soon. Take care, stay well, and thank you so much for joining me. Thank you.